Hello, Scorpio. Welcome. This is your new moon love reading for September 28th. This is a general love reading for all Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. So we all know who we are in the story. Let's keep that in mind. Sometimes energies are reversed, and sometimes the message is for the cross watcher. So let's see what messages the universe has for the greatest and highest good for all of you out there, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs in love. Dear universe, we're looking for messages for the greatest and highest good for all of our Scorpios in love, some sort of relationship for this new moon energy of September 28th. Scorpio in love, dear universe, messages for the greatest and highest good for all of our Scorpios in love, dear universe. Messages, dear. Let's do one more shuffle, Scorpio. Let's see. Ooh, some toxic energy. I'm picking up some toxic energy. All right, let's see. Let's see what the universe has to say for you, Scorpio. Your overall energy. Oh, you just don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear what I'm going to have to say to you at this time is also what I'm picking up. So, Scorpio, we begin with your overall energy as the Five of Cups. So now with this card, traditionally, what happens is, in the Rider-Waite deck, it shows a single person standing there with two cups behind them. And their focus is only on what the blood has been spilt through these cups, rather than the love that yet remains. But I feel like in this deck, it's almost telling you that you're just not hearing what you need to hear. Because I feel like you're the cause of why these cups are now spilt. And I feel like your person, as much as they really love you, they're really tired of this energy that you have. Because they're always feeling out of sorts and hurt. Now somebody's ready to walk away. So let's keep that in mind. That in the present situation, you would rather walk away than hear what it is you have to hear. And deal with the conflict. Yeah, and again, I see this Hermit here where your energy is more reserved, pulling back, not really engaging. So in the recent past, whether this is you or somebody who you've been dealing with, we have this Queen of Wands reversed. Now, this is somebody who is very confident in themselves and how they are and how they move about in the world. Now, when the Queen of Wands is reversed, this is somebody who wears two faces. This is somebody who presents this air of, I'm going to say superiority, because that's what comes to mind. But, they're very envious. They're very jealous. They're somebody who could be ruthless. So I feel like there's a little bit of that kind of energy. It's like a defensive kind of energy towards this Five of Cups here. It's like, well, if you're going to yell at me, I'm going to do this, So it's like, it is a very defensive kind of energy that you have. And you're ready to just like walk away rather than keep fighting. Because I see this, passiveness of you pulling back and saying, this is just not worth the fight. I'd rather just be alone than deal with this. Now, what we have above you, Scorpio, is you as the Queen of Cups, being really out of sorts. I feel like emotionally you're really detached. You're not very engaged and present. Like I say, it's like you just don't want to hear what's coming down around you. Now, on another level, this could also be two women. We have this water energy and we have this fire energy. Maybe you have both of those in. But if we're looking at two women, I feel like maybe you, Scorpio, if you are a female dealing with another female, there's been a lot of anger and disagreement and fighting, and you actually are willing to walk away from all of that and really be by yourself rather than continue this angry. I just feel a lot of conflict between you and another person, and you would rather avoid the big moment, like that things could really get bad, and rather than waiting for the explosion to happen, I see you actually walking away. Because things just are not working. They just are not working. And now the energy has flipped to the male thing. So I feel like we're dealing with divine feminine, divine masculine energy. So I think there's a real push and pull with your own self and your own need to be with somebody, to be independent. You know, these two kings, one is very in control of their emotions, while the other one is more out of control and not dealing with the issues at hand, such as, you know, the responsibilities of home and work. It's almost like there's a real disconnect, yet they come across as if they are completely under control. So, universe, let's get some clarity on this reading for our Scorpios in love, for the messages for this new moon of September. I saw a card flip out. So I feel like messages start to come in. I think for some of you, I mean, you do feel like you're skating on thin ice sometimes around this person. And, you know, you choose to avoid conflict by not being around, basically. But I do feel like there is this energy of like always trying again. Like, well, maybe if I come back and she's yelling at me or he's yelling at me, I come back with, you know, like a remark, like a side remark. Like they're talking about how pissed off they are, and you mention how good the apple pie is. You know, trying to totally shift the energy away from the actual topic at hand. So I do get a little bit of that kind of wordplay between you and your person, to just get them to calm down. Because I do feel like they're so mad at you right now. That's why they're yelling at you. See, you know, there's somebody's not working. Somebody doesn't want to get a job. This Knight of Pentacles reversed. This is a very lazy couch potato kind of person, who doesn't even have a desire to move on. And maybe that's what's really getting your person really upset, is like, get up, go get a job, and, you know, help out. Because right now there's, you know, in the bedroom, Scorpio, whoever it is you're dealing with, there is zero passion going on. You know, and it's just because they're so tired of you sitting around doing nothing. And here again, we have the King of Pentacles, you know, so it's like you're still doing nothing and you're not doing it, making any effort to work. And you see this, but it's almost like you're almost okay with it. Oh, Scorpio, come on. Get up off the couch, go get a job. Yeah, it's time for you to put things in order. And, you know, whether that's you or someone else. I mean, because things, the way they're going, it's a cycle with you. And I think for some of you, Scorpio, you would rather be transit. You don't want to be involved. You don't want to be a part of a couple. You're just not happy. And you're tired of pretending like everything is better than it is. And yet you don't know how to put an end to this relationship. So I feel like something has to come in line and come in order. Now, I mean, there's lots of signs that we could be talking about. So I'm not going to go there because I feel like you all know who this person is. I mean, this is somebody where there's just no more love. Maybe it's with this King of Swords energy. But it's like an ending that you don't know how to put an end to it. So you hang into it. You try to find other ulterior ways to deal with it. You end up like just walking away and going on your own rather than actually dealing with the elephant in the room, which is, you know, maybe what you guys need to have is that full-fledged blow-up, you know, that will finally set the course of motion in another direction. Because I feel like this relationship is very toxic. So, let's see what advice we have from another deck. Oh, dear. Dear Scorpio, what's going on? Let's get some advice. Ooh, Princess of Wands. See, I think it's time for you to just move on and reach for your own star. Rather than, you know, find your own self-confidence. Find your own self-worth. You know, quit being so insecure, trying to like dance around somebody who you just don't seem to make happy. You know, I feel like an ending is coming your way and it will free you. Because now the hermit is reversed. You know, it's no longer hiding in your own space. And then you move on. So I feel like you, just like the last reading I did, which was for Libra, it's time to move on. Maybe you are a Libra Scorpio cusp, and this is just a continuation of that reading. So I would really encourage you to listen to that reading as well, Scorpio, because I feel like this pertains to you. So yeah, reach for the stars and put away any toxic relationship that is not working. I mean, you want to walk away anyway, you know, so why are you going to hang on to it even though you feel alone? Because you don't want to have that final upset? Well, maybe that's what's needed. Ultimately, you will come out ahead and you will be victorious. So I think you have to trust this process and to not walk away. You know, that's, you know, it's like a selfish move on your own part, you know, because you're denying yourself your own happiness if you stay in a very conflicted relationship that you have tried and tried and tried to make work. Because I feel like this is a relationship that, you know, this has been going on for a while, and it's all because you avoid the truth of your relationship. So let's get one last card. Oh, two cards fell out. You know, the two cards that fell out came out reversed now. So it's like you're going to have to get up and make some action and get some movement towards what direction do you want to take? Do you want to be alone, or do you not want to walk away? Do you want to walk away? Do you want to stay with this person? I mean, it's like it's making you a very unstable energy, because your insecurity is coming out, you know, and it's time to get control of this situation, you know, so because you're missing other opportunities in life. And it's like I get a sense that some of you are very impatient, and that's part of what's been backfiring on you. Maybe you need a little more patience with your person, you know, because right now it's like the energies that you have, it's like you respond in a more immature fashion rather than one that's coming, because like it's an emotional response that you're having rather than a realistic response with the situation at hand. So I think, you know, rather than be really disconnected from your emotions, like this Queen of Cups reversed, that and this Princess of Cups with the Seven of Cups, I feel like, you know, you got to get out of this bubble that you're in. You know, you've got to pop the bubble. And you know, the reality is that your relationship, you know, is riddled with conflict, you know, because somebody's not working, somebody's not pulling their end. The other person is always upset. You know, nobody's talking to each other. I mean, and it's time for this tower to fall. Let it fall. Get it out. I feel like you two have to get something out in the open, Scorpio. So that's what I've got for you for this new moon. This is a good time to begin fresh and new things. So yeah, I would say just be patient, you know, be patient with this person, and you need to see your end of this, because somebody is being very, very lazy in this whole relationship and not pulling their end. So take a look at that, Scorpio, and until the next reading, I hope this resonated. If it did, hit that thumbs up button. As I said before, if you are on the Libra Scorpio cusp, I would encourage you to listen to Libra's message as well. I think you might find some insight there. All right, until the next reading, blessed be, and I will see you soon. Bye, Scorpio.